Hello, everybody. My name is Davide Bolchini, and I'm here to talk briefly about our undergraduate certificate in human-computer interaction, or HCI. This certificate really tackles the intersection between the design of information technology and the needs of people and users who are going to use and interact with such information technology. So if you think about the intersection between technology and people, human-computer interaction is really at that intersection. This is a very broad field of study which powers the economy called the user experience economy, which is the economy and markets built around the design of complex information system. Think about YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all the social media, but also web application for organization, for institution, for public service, mobile application, tablet-based application, watch-based application, glass-based application. So information technology, which is emerging and more pervasive and available on different platforms. So this certificate, the way I would explain it is through a metaphor. For example, in the engineering field, there is a clear distinction between the people who, design a building and think about all the components of a building to make it livable by people, and the group of people who then need to construct the building and really build it up using brick and mortars. So this difference between architects who really design spaces and then construction engineers who really develop and build those spaces designed by the architect is very clear in the traditional building construction business. If you move in the digital environment, when you think about the digital world, there is still that distinction. There are people who design the digital world in terms of content, structure, architecture, to make it livable and usable by people to interact with digital world in meaningful ways. And then there are other profiles of people who are the digital engineers who really develop and construct these spaces. And these two types of profiles need to interact with each other. So the undergraduate certificate of human-computer interaction helps educate architects of digital environments, digital information spaces. So it's an introduction to start to learn how to think, conceptualize, and design information systems so they can be useful to people who are going to interact with them and could meet specific business and organizational needs. And then human-computer interaction specialists or digital architects or architects of the user experience then need to communicate and be able to translate their needs and requirements and specification to engineers who are going to build those systems. So to introduce you to this fantastic field, the undergraduate certificate in HCI offers 5 courses, which really encompasses the overarching aspects of designing for digital environments. The first course is I-270, Introduction to HCI Principles and Practices. And it's really a first introduction to the design of systems to improve and maximize the user experience. So it includes introduction to the theory and practice of understanding the requirements for people, interviewing and understanding the needs of people to accomplish specific tasks in their daily life. Could it be commerce or information retrieval or supporting activities in their daily job? And how can technology support and enhance these daily activities? It includes theory and practicing about sketching, interaction design ideas, refining those sketches, discussing with others about the design that we are thinking about, and then prototyping this design to test them with users. You have also HCI theory course, which really introduce you to our understanding of the world of technology as it interacts with people, how we perceive cognitive and perceptually the world of technology and the applications that impacts our life. How can technology be built to really support human flourishing and human activity. You have also specific courses like human-computer interaction and usability principles that introduce students to how to evaluate whether the technology that has been designed is effective or not, and to which degree in supporting users to accomplish their daily activities. So how we can measure and evaluate the usability and the user experience of technology in interaction with people and their daily lives. So we'll introduce students to the techniques and practices and methods to do experiment and run studies, control studies, or in situ live studies, assessing how people respond to information technology and interactive systems. We have also a course on assistive technology, for example, that allows students to understand how we design different information systems for people with different abilities. How the design information technology can take into account people who have, for example, different visual abilities, who are not able to see the screen because they are blind or they're visually impaired, or they have motor impairments, or they have cognitive impairments. How can information technology be adjusted, adapted to empower the people with different abilities? We have also a course on conversational user interfaces. Our interaction with the information system nowadays encompasses not only interaction with mouse and keyboard, but also interaction with speech-based input. Imagine Amazon Alexa, all the conversation we can have through Google Home and Amazon Alexa to access services or access information. How do we design meaningful conversation with intelligent assistant, intelligent agents? What can you do with this certificate? This certificate prepares students to really embrace and harness the user experience economy. You can access job careers called, for example, user experience architect, that really understand the overall complexity of information system in interaction with users. You can become a usability specialist or an interaction designer or a user experience researcher that before designing, talk to users to understand their needs or their pain points in their daily activities, to then understand how technology can support and help people overcome these pain points. So usability analyst, user experience architect, interaction designer, user experience researchers, these are some examples of in-demand job titles that you can find and you can secure after a certificate in human-computer interaction. So I hope that gave you a good idea of the certificate, and I hope you are interested to know more and to contact us. Thank you.